Crowd of nearly 10,000 on hand for this one on a beautiful night for some baseball. Heard down 2-0 early until A.J. Havrilla smashes one to straightaway center field. That'll hit the batter's eye out there in center. 2-1 West Virginia. Third inning, WVU counters Sam White with a shot to center field, and it drops. Logan Salve scores. WVU now up 3-1. And back comes the herd here. It's 4-2, and Jackson Golden goes deep to left field, and it's out of here. His first career homer. It's now 8-4-3 ball game. Then Kyle West. He played for a time at UC before transferring to WVU. He nails one out by the Christmas tree. Game tied at 4. WVU retakes the lead in the 6th. Brody Kresser with the fielder's choice down to third. Jace Reinhardt scores, and it's 6-4 West Virginia. Bottom of the 6th now. Marshall comes right back. Jackson Golden with a liner down the first base line. Cam Harthen and Joel Gardner come home, and it's tied up at 6. To the bottom of the 9th, Tyler Kammerer dribbles one to third. Ball is fielded cleanly, but the throw is errant. A.J. Havrilla bolts for home, and that is your ball game. Marshall walks it off on an error and wins it 7-6. Sticking with college baseball, let's go to Pioneer Park, where Marietta is hosting Muskingum. Bottom first, Thompson Babineau at the plate. Ball skips away from the catcher, and Jeremy Tonelli comes flying in head first for the game's first run. To the top of the 2nd, Connor Thamman gets a hold of one, and that ball is going, and gone. A 2-run shot for the junior. More Muskies. Grant Mellerson with a beautiful bunt down the third baseline. No chance for Marietta on that one. Bases are juiced. Weston Mellick takes advantage, stepping on one out to right center. He ends up on third with a bases clearing triple. It's 5-1 Muskingum. Pio's not out of it yet. Thamman comes up big yet again with a base knock out to center. Give him another RBI and give Muskingum the win. They go on to take this one 8-6. Now we'll head over to Civitan Park, where both the Belpre baseball and softball teams are hosting Southern. Let's start with the softball teams. They're coming off of a 16-0 rout of Fed Hawk. Michaela Carmichael looking good early, getting the backwards K here. She had a nice couple of strikeouts in the first. Home half of the first, Riley Wolf dumps one into right for a base hit. So one out with a runner on first. Lady Tornadoes do a great job of working out of trouble. Jalen Hupp gets Lucy Rubel to strike out. No score through 1. Southern had a big second inning, starting with Taylor Roberts going big fly. How about an Oppo Taco to get the Tornadoes on the board? Some pats on the head for a job well done. Some traffic on the base paths now. Hayden Turner draws the walk to put runners at first and second with one out. Then Allie Norris with a hot shot up the middle off Carmichael's glove. Avery Varner has no play. Bases now loaded. And Katie Caldwell comes through, shooting one over second base. That'll score a couple, and it's now 3-0 Southern. Tornadoes would go on to get a big-time win on the road, 12-0. And let's take a couple steps over to the baseball field, where the Golden Eagles are also playing the Tornadoes. Starting in the bottom of the 2nd, Curtis Lemon rolls one to the second baseman. He can't come up with it, and Lemon beats out the throw. Ball gets away, so Lemon now on second. The Golden Eagles couldn't bring him in as Brandon Loudermilk gets the punch out to retire the side. 2-0 Southern. Tornadoes looking to add on here, and they will. Wyatt Smith rips one through the left side. That scores one, make it 3-0 Southern. Belpre would get a rally going in the 3rd. Adric McLaughlin gets it started with a single to the right side. Nobody out. Carson Moore getting the Eagles on the board here. He yanks it into left to bring home their first run of the day. Belpre now down 2. Same inning, Lemon with a little ABC baseball here, lifting one in the air to right, playing deep enough to score the runner from third on the sac fly. However, it was Southern who would get the win, 10-2.